Hello! We've made it in, Birmingham NEC. Rush gig, we've got our passes. Let's go and meet Alex Lifeson.
Well, I got this guitar, I think it was in 1976. I went to the Gibson factory and picked it out. And they put it all together and painted it and the whole deal. I got my Dove at that same time. And I think I got another 345 when I was there. And this has been with me all this time, and I went a long time without playing it, but I brought it on the last couple of tours, and it's really a lot of fun to play. It's got a very small neck. It's quite an unusual guitar. It's very different from the Les Pauls, but it sounds great. It's got a lot of nice weight in the body. And Gibson is putting together a signature model that hopefully will be out sometime in the early new year. That is exactly this guitar, almost exactly the same. This one we call Al.
Cool.
This was modified at the custom shop at Gibson. And they put the Floyd Rose in. We tried Bigsby. We tried a Kaler, thank you, and settled on the Floyd Rose. It was the most responsive and felt the most natural. I'd come from playing PRS for the last 16 years. I mean, a mix of PRS and Gibson and Fender for that matter. And the vibrato system on the PRS is really ideal. You know, it runs straight through to the machine heads, so there's no resistance on an angle anywhere. And it was a very natural, very responsive feel to it. So it took me a little while to get used to the Floyd Rose.
So did you have it set floating, is it?
Yeah, it's floating. It goes up a little bit, but primarily I go, I like to move down on it.
Okay, cool.
And that's Al, and this is Big Al. And this is the one that I originally got from Gibson, and then we had Al made from there. It's really nice shape on the neck here, and it feels great when you get up here. But the neck, you just feel the neck. It's like it's enormous.
Yeah, good tone though.
So it has great tone. This thing, and I can still hear the E chord sustaining on it from the last show. It's a really it's a very, very ballsy sound, this one, and very heavy. This is a 58 reissue, and as you can see, we've put a transducer in the pickup on this one. We have another, we've got one more Les Paul that's a backup that has the same thing. So obviously it allows me to get an acoustic sound that I can blend in. And we've changed out the tone pot on the bottom here as a volume pot for that transducer, for that piezo. So there's a couple like that. This is a bit of a relic from the old days.
Haven't seen that.
This is my Howard Roberts Fusion.
Yeah.
It too has a piezo in it. This plate is a custom plate. I had a Kaler put in this years ago.
I remember,
and really, really didn't like it. Got rid of it, and we just put this plate here to cover, obviously, the hole that was left there.
Sure.
I'm loving playing this guitar. This is the guitar I usually play at the Orbit Room, a club that I own in Toronto when I go down there and play. But it's a lot of fun to play. It feels great. It sounds great. It's got quite a unique sound to it. So I quite like this, and I'm so proud to have it back out again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, these are the Hughes and Kettner, the Lifeson series.
Yeah, man.
The tri-amps, and they're great. I've been using them for a few tours now. This year I traded out the Zentaras for the Switchblades, and I quite like them.
Yeah.
So this makes up my basic stereo sound. Yeah. And then the Switchblades are just really enhancement. They pop in and out for different points.
Sure. Okay.
Different effects. My dinosaurs.
Are they to keep everything safe?
Yeah, they keep everything safe. If you notice, I've modified these. This is the aquarium series. So I think the guys at Hughes and Kettner are quite excited to maybe put together an actual aquarium amp. So we'll see about that. We had a little bit of an accident in here.
Going.
Well, it's those raptors. They're always causing trouble.
Fight in the same cage.
Yeah, exactly. Pedal board. This is for bass pedals as well as triggers for different effects and bits and pieces. The pedal board is broken down into the G-Force 1, 2, and 3, which are my basic effects. I have the loft in there this time around. The 2 switchblades, I can switch them in and out independently, so they're not always in the line. I can't switch out the main stereo bus, so there's no feed through the main amps, and then just use the switchblades if I push to. That's the 1210, this spatial expander. And then I've just got presets down here, which is that's just the default. That's just the 1210. That's the 2 G-forces, which are my main delays. That's
the loud setting.
The loud setting. That's the switchblades coming in and out. You know, just different combinations, so pretty straightforward. And now here's the remote for the Crybaby, the 1210, the G-forces, the loft. We run it through mixers, Steinberger mixers, and you know, it's pretty straightforward, really. It's and I have a gate in line as well. So although the system's pretty quiet, it's not really that necessary, but when you have complete silence, it's kind of nice, actually. And yeah, that's about it.